Which helmet to choose? There's so many of them, they even added new ones and the old ones got reworked. Yes, indeed, there are quite a number of helmets in the game, but the usable ones are actually much fewer. So let's make a true analysis and go through each of them. Let's start with the third class of protection, the США-68 or Grandpa helmet. It costs 29,000 and is sold by the first fragment. In this wipe it got a protection zone called ears, which wasn't there before. It makes sense to use only if you have not leveled up traders and need some kind of helmet. It's incompatible with any headphones except Comtech 2 and GSSH, which are outsiders in the world of headsets. The next guy is the regular Ratnik, sold on the flea market for 38,000. Useless, overpriced helmet at the third level protection, but it has a camouflaged version available for trade with a second fragment for 18,000. And that's super cool. If needed, you can install NVG and it has a mount for a flashlight. Next up, the Cayman, sold by the second Peacekeeper, but it's playable only on the third, because access to the mandible is open. The total price will be $820, which is equivalent to 120,000 rubles. It looks cool, but in fact it's useless, because it's a second level protection both for the mandible and the helmet. I would use this option only if I have extra dollars. By unlocking the false Peacekeeper, you can buy additional false level armor, but the price will already exceed 200,000. Obviously, too much. The LSHZ is sold by the second mechanic, a strange and useless overpriced helmet. In theory, you can install third level ear protection and a mandible with the jaw protection, but the ears are covered by the third level, which is also present in Ratnik, and the jaw is the second level. And it gets penetrated by everything except expensive ones and back shots, which almost no one uses, and the total price is under 100k. Also, you can install the super expensive Mandalorian mask, which also doesn't protect anything, or the ballistic face shield of the third level, which you can only buy after completing the samples quest, which is very difficult without going to labs. And besides, the shield itself is not cheap. In the end, if you use LSHZ with the face shield, you get a helmet for a lot of money without ear protection. And if you add other accessories, it's the helmet for a lot of money without any real protection. You can install NVG and flashlights on it, and you can also attach a useless second level face shield, as well as RAC headphones, which are not bad but definitely don't justify using this miracle on a regular basis. Blue Yuntar helmet. Well, here no comments, just signal, "Hey guys, spin me down with your legs!" For which you even paid. Diamond Age, a newly added helmet, sold by the third fragment. Overpriced, hard to understand why. The price is 72,000. You can install a nice third-class mandible, but it's not sold by the trader. And on the flea market, the prices there are such that I would rather run with the back on my head. Useless helmet. You can install NVG and a flashlight. An FM is sold on the flea market for 40,000, often encountered on the roads. There's an option to install everything, also a rarely available third-class ballistics face shield. Also, NVG and the flashlight. I don't see the point in using it. Sphera S. Well, it's just a meme from developers. Exists to gather your hair and not let them fall on the foot of enemies. Cannot be installed on headphones. It costs very little, 18,000. But that's on the flea market. Draper, on the other hand, requires a whopping 35k, which is at least strange, because it protects the same areas as the Grandpa's helmet, which is cheaper but has a whole range of drawbacks against its background. If you want to be a dandelion, put it on. The Kiver M. Circular third-class protection. Without the ability to use headphones, a strange thing, because it's sold by the first fragment, but there is no face shield here. It means to get it, you'll have to wait for the flea market, and by the time you get access to the flea market, there are all the options that are better. I don't recommend it at any stage of the wipe. Tor 2, sold by the third fragment, costs 58,000. With the face shield, it adds another 35k. $150k and the total price is $93,000. Again, circular third-class protection, but now there is an option to install headphones under the helmet. A cool option, I like it. And the price is not outrageously high. Overall, if they cut at least 20,000 off the total cost, I think it would be perfect. I recommend using it. It even saved me sometimes. With the third-class protection we are done. Let's move on to the fourths. TC 2001 and 2002. Essentially two identical fourth-class helmets without ear protection, but with the ability to install NVG or flashlights. The price for them jumps around 40,000. I would only get them when I want to go with NVG. If you consider them for regular ways, they are green, so it would be preferable to take them for WOOs or customs. You can also install additional 5th class armor on them, but the price for it is not great. If you believe it will save you, well, for God's sake. Tarkov Tarkov is also sold on the flea market, has slightly higher overall durability compared to its predecessors. The olive option costs the same as TC, and the black one is more expensive, with the price around 50,000. Simple helmets without any frills, you can't attach anything to them. I often choose the black option because I like to run on the dorms or the same streets of Tarkov. TC 800. The same durability as Highcam, but it's already much more functional. You can install a third-class ballistic face shield, the same as on LSHZ. It costs more, around 65,000. NVG and flashlights are also not a problem for it. I would only take it if I want to play in a fourth-class helmet and with a face shield that doesn't affect sound. It also has a barter on the second peacekeeper, but buying it from a flea market is simply cheaper. Bastion, a very light helmet, less than 1 kilogram, costs 66,000 and is sold by the third Ragman. Also available on the flea market for the same money. You can install NVG, flashlight mounts. No. Its main feature is the ability to install additional 6th class armor. It protects especially well, and now they added a barter on the 4th Ragman for 2 golden eggs. You get a helmet that theoretically can withstand quite impressive calibers. I personally don't use it much, but as an option, not bad. The SHA-12M, a clownish 4th class helmet with the option to install a 3rd class face shield and no option to use headphones. It's available at the second Ragman. Thankfully, they gave us a barter for the face shield, requiring 2 plexiglass. In the realities of mid-vibe, it's a useless helmet because it's soundproof and the protection doesn't justify it. The price will be around 80,000, only makes sense in the first 2 weeks of the vibe because everyone had bad armor, and hearing is not so crucial. But subscribing to the channel is quite important so that I can provide you with even more guides. You like the best 4th class helmet for its money, but that's if we are talking about the desert variant, as its price is around 65,000 on average. It's the only one with 4th ear protection and compatible with headphones. No frills, just a helmet. The Black Brother is more expensive and I don't see the point in buying it, but the desert one stands out, so it was getting only in 2 cases. If they have already added the Sahara location, or if you like to play aggressively and not to be a rat at all. Exfil comes in 2 colors. Coyote is sold at the 4th Peacekeeper for a whopping $850 or 125k. You also need to complete it with ear protection for $400, making it almost 200k. And that's for a helmet with the 3rd class ear protection and no option to install a face shield. Just a trashy piece of combined materials with the ability to install NVGs. The idea here is that it's better than others because it has some ear protection and simultaneously compatible with the NVGs, but an overpayment of 160,000 compared to the same TC 201 is not worth it. The Black Exfil is definitely better because you can install 3rd class face shield. My personal experience tells me that it's slightly enchanted and often saves me than usual. But again, access to buying the helmet opens only after completing the samples quest. It used to be exchanged searched for dog tags, but now it's not there. Maybe they hid it behind some quest, but I couldn't find any information. The total price will increase to 260,000. If you are rich bitch, buy it. I can't recommend it to regular players. Fast MT comes in two colors. Peacekeeper sells the Urban 10. Also absurdly expensive, sold at the first Peacekeeper for $800, which is 118k. Essentially the same as El Shazé, only first class, but you can attach additional armor to it for a lot of money. That's all. An airframe is something in space. If it's about price, that's for sure. Opens after completing the Spa Tour Part 7 quest. You can install a face shield and simultaneously with it chops or third class protection. The price in the complete set is around $1,500 or 220k. Obviously it's sold at the first Peacekeeper. What else can I say? Very expensive helmet, like double face protection, but in a world where there's a patch adding a neck, it sounds like a joke. And the reality where you're protected by third-class protection may be only parallel. El Shazé Samurai, completely sold at the first fragment. The total price with the face shield and the one tail is around 170,000. A cool helmet with the first-class face shield, with nothing hindering visibility. A face shield is less scratched compared to others. A one tail is Peeps class protection, which is good in realities of the current patch. You can't install headphones. In this case, you pay 170,000 and at least understand that you are not giving it away for nothing, as the first class face shield can protect you from something. With the first class helmets, we figured it out. Let's talk about some specific positions. Altin. You can get it after completing the somewhat tedious calibration quest, where you need to kill 20 PMC from 100 meters. The site says it will cost 90,000, is quite a bit. With the face shield, the price will be around 130, maybe 40,000. Circular protection of the Peeps class, but the neck is still bare and vulnerable. For 130k, quite a good option. Release T. Forget it, it's a ghost helmet. The same as Altin, only with the less debuffs. I've encountered it a couple times in the last wipes. Vulcan. I love this helmet, and it's just sad how BSG screwed it up. Available for exchange for a graphic card, but the price is 800k. The helmet itself is 6th class, the face shield is 4th, crystal clear. Cons. Heavy weight and high debuffs. But the helmet is really strong. I played with it in the last wipe, about 4 or 5 times ago. Very unfortunate. Tahila mask spawns on Tahila. Dense Fuse class face protection, incompatible with headphones. Here, let's also include the new 4th class mask atomic defense, the same as the 5th class and compatible with the headphones. Spawns on Kaban and the same Tahila, maybe on some bosses have not seen. If anything, supplement in the comments. Becomes available for purchase after the payback quest. You can buy it on the flea market, but it's not worth it. Well, let's mention the third mask, only the 2nd class, Shadow of Death. Opens after the Snatch quest. Expensive and useless, compatible with both a helmet and headphones. Mask 1 SHA and helmet killer. 1 SHA is sold by the 3rd paper. Face shield is 6th class, the helmet is 4th. Favorite toy of cheaters. In fact, it's a heavy bender without the ability to use it normally. Killer helmet, the same, but drops from killer and differs in color. The replica is 1st class helmet, an analog of Fast MT, but cheap. Ronin is sold on the flea market for a meager amount. Circular protection of the 3rd class, incompatible with headphones, doesn't limit visibility. In theory, it's just a good alternative to the Kivir. That's it, that's how things are with the all helmets in the game. Write your opinion in the comments. What do you use? What do you run with? Like, subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Good luck!